Alright folks, welcome back to another episode of Car Mechanic Simulator. I'm actually recording this essentially right off the heels of the other one, so I haven't seen how it's done yet because I haven't uploaded it yet, but I had some free time today, so I figured I'd get two episodes done out. Besides, I was actually enjoying the game a lot. So anyway, where we left off the last time, we have this car we took for a test drive, and it would appear that the clutch has gone bad on it. So we're going to start the process of taking the gearbox off, which first that's going to necessitate taking the CV axles out, so these have got to come off. I also do have to say, if you actually made it through the first video, good on you, because that audio was genuinely terrible. I'm not ashamed to admit that. But I have made videos before. It's just been quite a while. I guess the allure of video creation wasn't something I could exactly resist. So came back to it and have to see how this goes. At any rate, those stuff like audio balancing especially, it's something I've been trying to get back into now. Should just be able to raise this up and get the gearbox off now that we've got the CV axles out. Actually, the starter might also need to come off, which I can't take off from down here. Don't know why you can't. At any rate, this game has shaped up to be pretty fun. I mean, I played the newer entry, which was Car Mechanic Simulator, I think 2018. While that one's got some more features, I actually enjoy this one. Oh, I can just take this out through the top. So yeah, I hope the game continues to be this enjoyable. Alright, so what part of it's actually bad? I'm assuming that's just the friction disc. Oh, so now I have to raise it up. You know, I can take the gearbox out from... Oh, that closes automatically. I can take the gearbox out from over the top, but as soon as I want to mess with the clutch, then I have to go under the car. What? Do I have to access it from the left side? Or do I access it from the top and I was just missing it somehow? Oh, because I didn't take the release bearing off it. So bad release bearing and a bad what looks to be friction disc. What do they call it? Friction plate. Can I see how the flywheel looks? I guess not. But then again, I don't think this is a real bitey metal or ceramic clutch. Ceramic might not have that issue, but metal clutches, they like to eat the flywheel up. Let's get down to the clutch. So we need a new friction plate, and I believe the release bearing was bad. $600. How much am I charging you for this? Fair enough considering how much this all cost. So, assembly mode. So far I am pretty impressed at how good this game does it, considering I think this was the very earliest game in the series. Don't have to follow a torque pattern here at all, just screw it all back in. And then just got to get the CV axles put back in. So I think there's 70-something missions here to be done. So I am excited to see how that all turns out. Hopefully they are all this engaging. But also that they continually introduce new stuff. It will get boring if this is just kind of the extent of it. There we go. Like I was saying last time, these really should be putting lug nuts on instead of bolting directly in. I mean, that would mean as soon as I take the wheel off, nothing's holding up the brake disc. Because on an actual car, the studs hold up the brake disc. It's what links it to the hub pretty much. I think it should be it. Ooh, I gotta make sure you put your starter back on. That would probably help. Alright, now that should be good. I don't know why anybody would give me near to $60 for a used clutch plate that's not working, but fair enough. That's fixed. Repaired. Alright, time to see what we got next. Replace the car battery and check the alternator. Replaced the battery 4 days ago, but I was unable to start my car. Again, check what's wrong with it, please. Either you got a bad battery to replace it with, or you do have an electrical issue. Now, it may not be his alternator. Could be parasitic drain. He said he left it for 4 days in there. Gave you a real rusty battery. Maybe that's how you can tell it's real bad condition. And alternator, I guess it's going to be OBD2. It will let me do it, even though this actually wouldn't do anything with the car battery removed. But yeah, either the alternator's not charging, you've got parasitic drain, but I don't think this has anything regarding parasitic drain. If you don't know what that is, it's just something's draining your battery a lot more than normal. I think it's over half an amp. I believe it's over half an amp. So, alright, bad alternator, it's just not charging the system properly. Here, let me get the alternator off. Take the belt off. That's an interesting way to put that. Two bolts opposing each other. Would honestly make more sense if it was just a bolt that goes through with a nut on the end. Let me take a look at this used car parts. They do have a significantly cheaper alternator. 80%. I guess if I was looking to save some money on the job, I could do that. Will it let me give him a used battery? I didn't think so. Out of all things to buy used battery is not one of them. Yeah, the alternator was... Oh, wait. I can repair the battery. Not that there's honestly much there to repair. Because if it's at 1%, I'm imagining it's probably got dead cells, in which case you're not going to just repair them. That alternator, I think, was actually slightly cheaper, though, getting it like at... maybe I should repair them and keep them. Maybe that'd be the way to go. And battery... And then that should be it. There we go. That was odd. So I think I'll do a few more orders. Last episode went, I think, about 26.5 minutes. Loud exhaust. So you probably have a busted up muffler. Let me just sell these off real quick. I think I'll just try and repair parts as they come in, providing muffler. Ooh, yeah, your muffler's bad. Now, if you've got loud exhaust, what about your other parts? Okay. Ooh, your metal muffler's pretty bad. But your catalytic converter. And then the exhaust manifold. I guess I have to probably go up to the engine to inspect it, but it doesn't look all rusted up. So let's just get this off then. But yeah, broken muffler, that'll do it. So let's see, can I repair the mufflers? I can't imagine why I wouldn't, unless they're baffled and the baffles are all busted up. Might just be able to weld some stuff on there if they're full of holes. Cannot repair the exhaust. I guess that's that. Okay. Actually, used car parts. Excuse me. I think they were, yeah. Middle muffler. And nothing here. So I need the end bit, if I can find it. If you'll let me, there we go. What the? Is this the one I bought from the used car place, maybe? Ah, okay, so I guess that's one issue with buying used parts. That muffler's in horrible shape. So I actually probably lost money on this job. So I'm guessing that's the big trade-off. I thought the trade-off might have been they just don't have it in stock as a used part. But it might just be that sometimes you get some bad parts in. I'll give them credit for the realism on that at least. And rear muffler. Not sure if any of you would have remembered these, but I remember that there were games that were just like these made for mobile. And whoever the creator was made a bunch of them. There was a car one for heavy-duty trucks, one that was about farm equipment, both tractors and combines. Not sure if anybody here would know about that, but that was just something I remember. Yeah, I think I might have lost money on this job. Hopefully we get some more. I liked the ones where I kind of had to find the issue rather than, hey, replace this for me. Steering feels loose. Okay, I can fix that. Paid like $215, got $40 back. So let's see, if it's the steering it's the issue, then it's going to be either tie rod or power steering rack. I don't think the fluid will be a consideration, so... There we go. Slalom, I suspect this is where it's going to really show it, if it's real loose. Gotta be careful, I'm going to plow right through those. Okay, so they do have the, let the handbrake give you a little bit of drift. Here's to hoping I didn't just bust up his car. Because again, those brakes, they felt a bit lacking. Okay. Aha, bad power steering rack. Although, truth be told, it didn't feel as if it was that bad. Guess maybe it really was that bad. 95% tires, he must not buy them used. I think that's the only issue with this car, is that the power steering rack's going on it. And I think I have to put this up on the lift to get to it. So like I said, I am kind of recording these episodes in tandem, 1 and 2, so if this is something you like seeing, let me know. Okay. What was it just called? Steering rack? I don't think it had power in the beginning. 17 mil spark plug starter. The suspension arms. What was the name of the part? Oh, it is the power steering rack. Excuse me again. I don't know what's up with my throat today. Gearbox and transfer case combo, $5,000. Give me a second, I'm a little slow. Am I just missing it? I did go to the correct shop. Power steering rack, finally. I have no idea why it took me that long to get to it. And gotta put it back down. So I mean, I guess that is an example of, I had to find out what the issue was. My only thing I will say that you can notice over the newer games is it doesn't quite have as many parts to work with. It also looks like there's not as many fluids to work with. I know that engine oil is one of them in here, but I'm not sure you work with anything else. Okay, am I going to give this thing an alignment while I'm at it? I did just take the whole steering system apart. Should probably realign it so I don't shred his new tires. I think that about does it. Yep. $3,000. Okay, replace the fuel pump. Driving on fumes, and I think I've overheated my fuel pump. Can you replace it? I'll do you one better. I'll see if I can repair it. So I'm assuming that's going to be from underneath. Because I don't think I can hop in the back seat and just pull this fuel pump out. We sure this fuel tank ain't too bad? I guess I can't inspect it. Can I disassemble it? I guess not. Fuel pump, can I repair you? I should be able to. Huh. I'll say this, on a fuel pump you should be able to repair the internals. I think that's new. I don't think I remember seeing that before. Fuel pump. I've already gone past it. There it is. I'll say so, nowadays this would be the more common course of action. Instead of rebuilding a pump, just put a new one in. Because honestly, it's probably cheaper to do. And that's it, repaired. I think I'll do 2 more jobs. Or 1, depends on how long this one will be. Replace the gearbox. I lent my wife the car for a few days and the gearbox has given up. Could you replace it, please? if you're ever going to give your car out to somebody to use, make sure they know how to operate it properly. Yeah, probably more just your gearbox that gave up in that case. If someone destroys the gearbox through not being able to use it, your clutch is probably toast too. Although if this only happened over the course of a few days, I'm imagining it couldn't have been in good condition before if only a few days did it. But let's see, will it let me rebuild the internals of the gearbox? We get around to the starter. And let's see here. Like I was saying, if it only took a few days, I doubt it was in good condition before. And let's see. I don't see any of that rusting that I'm pretty sure indicates if this is bad. 95. 95. Can I inspect the part below it? I don't think I can, but again, it doesn't look that bad. Just says replace the gearbox too. I'm surprised that the clutch didn't get burned up. And just like brand new. At any rate, if people end up liking this series enough, I think I'll go and do the other games in the series. I know they made the 2015 edition, which was I'd say, pretty good improvement upon this game. Their 2018 one, and then they had 2021, which I didn't think actually improved all that much on 2018. Controversial take, perhaps, but I didn't think it did all that much. Why didn't put your starter back on? Gotta make sure I don't do that. But even if this isn't the most popular series, it just kind of feels good to get back into video creation, because that was the biggest thing I enjoyed whenever I had my old channel, was not only having something to do that I liked, but the small community that came with it. Very small, mind you, but it was nice having those regular few people that would watch. Alright, I think I'll make this the last one. This is just going to be a quickie. Change oil filter, change oil. Having to be done eventually. I'll wait here. First oil change I'm seeing. How's your oil looking? Oh my God. If you ever let it get this bad, man, that's bad. Like, how long have you not changed it? You one of two things is at play here. Because of the color, it might have been you haven't changed this in years, depending on how much you drive that car, or you've got an oil burning issue due to a worn out engine. If this takes place in 2014, now how old is this car supposed to be? 2008? I mean, you have to put a lot of miles on it, 6 years, but can't get an odometer reading. I don't know, and I think it's actually in kilometers, because I think the developer is European. Regardless, though, if you have oil burning issues, you would have to have a pretty... You have to be in that car a lot. Do I have some sort of oil? I'm assuming this would be it. There we go. About to say, if I'm draining the oil off, I can't just have it going on the floor. Is that about under the... No, it's too far. That looks like it'd be more like if I was draining the transmission fluid. What about there? Well, let's get to it. We go oil pan. Do I have drain bolt? I got a plug. Ooh, I think I totally missed that. Oh, that's a yes. Also, you shouldn't have that little oil. Again, he has to have waited a long time to get that oil changed. Well, I guess the EPA just fined me $100 for dumping oil all over the floor. Now, do I need to stick the plug back in? Can I drain the oil again? Nope, because there's nothing in it. Let's get a new oil filter, and I don't think I have to buy oil. Only because I don't see an option to buy any in here. You know what? Can I buy a used oil filter? $9. That's not filtering out anything. That's just going to be a filler right there. You ain't going to get long oil life out of that. While the oil's drained, take it out. I know the game doesn't enforce you having to do that. I don't know how you have 20% life on that. Again, you have to have not done a whole lot. 10W30, I guess is what this calls for. Let's see, what's the dipstick saying? Now we're in that cross-hatched area, but generally I like to get it up toward the max line, because again, engines do burn oil. How's that looking? I'll top you off just a little bit, because it also makes sense here, because I suspect that you're having oil. Oh, well, I think it just took her to the max. It's not overfilled, it'll be fine. I suspect he's got oil burning issues, so it's good to top him off. And then I definitely put in the service report that... Let's request... It would definitely be good to check that at least every 3 days or so and fill up as necessary. Timing and water pump. You know what? I'll take one last job. My friend advised me to replace the water pump as well. Well, I hope your friend knows what he's talking about, because a water pump is not a willy-nilly thing. Belt tensioner. I'm not sure how that's tensioning anything, considering there was no arm to it. I'll take that off because that's looking bad. Guess I don't need to take the coolant out to get the water pump. Okay, so what do I have that's bad that applies to the current job? Oh. Everything in the timing system is bad. Is everything bad? What about your camshaft gear? Or I guess you ran off of a belt, but I mean, it looks fine. So, if I scroll down here, ignition, it's all exhaust stuff. Serpentine belt, this isn't a V6, I don't need that. Timing belt. Water pump. I need a tensioner, I know that. And I think I also need an idler. Gearbox. Idle pulley. Idler pulley. I'll know pretty quickly if I don't have everything I need. Water pump, idler pulley. Surprised that I don't put a bolt in to hold it in place. Nor for the tensioner. And then that should be it. Oh, there's a sell all button. Works pretty well. And that is repaired. I'll see what the details of the next job are, and then I'm going to end this off. Find and... Ooh, this is going to be a good one to start the next episode off on. Find and eliminate the problem. It doesn't even tell me what it is. Well, alright folks, if you managed to sit through this episode, I thank you kindly, and I hope you all have a good day, and take care.